Okay, I consider this one, not that the others aren't important, but COVID test kit. And it comes with a little thing, and you open this up. I'm not gonna do it right now because I don't have COVID. But a couple things. I've heard this. I'm gonna try and parse this out here. People are like, I'm not testing. I'm not testing. Test, for crying out loud. Test, because here's the thing. So first of all, just start on the therapies regardless. Right? Well, it's not COVID, or like, understand that. So I did a round table. It was 3-year anniversary round table from Delaware, and I was invited to speak, and it was virologists and like, all of these people with all of these letters behind their names, and super smart. And Dr. Harvey Reich, loved the guy, but he made a statement, and he said, the blessing was Omicron, and getting that break. Obviously, July, February of 21 through March of 22 was, it was the worst thing that I've ever seen collectively in my medical career and just as a human being, in terms of needless heartache and death and sickness. But he made that statement, and for some reason I was able to go last, and I actually challenged that, and I said, I understand why you said it, but the thing with Omicron was, because it didn't go into the lungs as much, people were like, well, I'm just going to ride it out. You're riding out a spike protein that was designed in a lab to hurt you, right? To hurt and potentially kill you, but to hurt you, right? And it's binding to ACE2 receptors in the lungs and the heart and the kidneys and the liver and just and so you want to make it go away. So, and so they're like, well, we took all our vitamins, etc. It's like, good, like, always do that, but then, like, if it's like, don't bring a knife to a gun show. It's like, bring a cannon to any time the enemy is attacking you with a bioweapon, right? Like, cannon it. And so, and this happened with my mom, where this was 2022, and she was around her bridge group and then her Bible study group, and a couple of the people got sick. This is like Thursday, Friday. It's like Sunday, and she has some symptoms. I'm like, Mom, have you started? She's like, well, I tested and I was negative. I'm like, Mom, treat, start now. And she was like the drug kingpin woman of Southern Oregon, getting meds to all these people. So it's like she knew, but she had COVID brain. She did. She's like, oh, I'm fine. And she wasn't not fine, but she was not well. She was super tired and fatigued and body aches, etc. But it was negative. And I said, Mom, start right now. And I said, I guarantee you, it was Sunday. I'm like, and then she tested again Monday, and she said it's negative. I'm like, you test on Thursday or Friday, it'll be positive. It was positive on Thursday. Now, fortunately, she had, and these are the rapids, so it's like, I know people don't put stock in it, but I'm not going to get into the metrics with which I've tested against PCR cycle counts and the rapids, and they're pretty accurate for whatever this is that they've chosen to purposefully unleash on us. But so you want to test, because for me, it determines to what degree, like some of this stuff, if you watch any other videos that I've showed you, I'm not going to take all of that. It's just a crap ton. And I didn't bring up the macrolides, like azithromycin, whatever, which again it's not preventative for pneumonia, but something that's important to still have, just kind of an in case. But the one thing with this is this, because it's from wherever, from China. I don't know. Get that shit out of here. I don't want that. So again, I swap out my own Q-tips. If you Google Johns Hopkins Theragrippers, or that they're trying to see if they can get stuff on the Q-tips, like Google Theragripper, Theragriper, Theragripper, Johns Hopkins, and they use the hookworm device to be able to bind, and they use it more from a, but I swap out the Q-tips. I'm not going to put anything in my nose or recommend anybody. I trust nothing that our healthcare system as it is today tells us to do, or the people that put together these packs that are free from the government, from our president. Hey everybody, you get free COVID kits. It's like, don't put. And listen, this could be conspiratorial. I don't know. I mean, I don't even care. I don't trust them. So I throw that away, and I use my own. And again, you can go to a, I mean, hell, you can use your own Q-tip. You can go to a medical supply store, whatever. I mean, Q-tip brand Q-tips. What? Just don't, just swap out. I swapped out from, even with the PCRs, when people were like, well, we need a PCR test to go back to school or to go back to work. I didn't. No, really. I didn't use those. I'm not going to be part and complicit to any aspect of this diabolicalness. So even if I'm wrong with this, I don't care, because it's easy. It's just an easy thing to do, and it's like, if I'm wrong, then that's the first thing that I've been wrong about since March 15th of 2020. And we're all allowed to be wrong here and there, but easy, do it. And then and again, if you test the first day and it's negative, wait a few days. If it's like on a Sunday or Monday, and then you test again on Thursday and it's negative, okay, cool, fine. By then you should be feeling ACEs anyway. Like, you should be fairly symptom free, so it doesn't matter, but you should have these. And there's a reason that I got hundreds of kits, and it's to be able to more thoughtfully think through how to go about managing a protocol, or the way in which, and I'm just saying for my family, since and I'm not using it, not even as a diagnostic, just more of a curiosity, right? Like, and I'm just saying this for me. I'm not telling people to do this. This is what I do. It's what I had my mom do. But that's my recommendation in terms of how to kind of negotiate this, because going back to Dr. Reish and Omicron, I saw more long haulers because of untreated symptoms through end of Delta, beginning of Omicron, than all of 2020 and half of 2021. Because it's like, well, we're just going to ride it out. Like, the fear was gone, right? We were, people, just became complacent. They're like, we're tired of COVID. We're tired of this. And it's like, the government isn't tired of it. I'm going to post a video of what they're doing, with their vaccine ramp up and the flu. For crying out loud, do not get the flu shot. Oh, like, do not. And if they if they've already done it, when they combine the flu shot with COVID, like, just so diabolical. So just use your brain, thinker. And I'm saying this to people that are awake and thoughtful. And I think everybody knows this stuff, right? It's like we've been steeped in this for 3.5 years. Like, this is all things that I consider to be just innate now. Like, we just all know what to do, like the little things that we can do, the tricks, etc. But when when the media shut off about it, and it's kind of like finally like thank God, and we move on, which is good, but they just keep cycling it and cycling it. It's like they can turn it on and shut it off like that. It's fascinating to watch how they do it, and we actually know when it's going to happen. Like we knew, like in March, we knew in June, July, late July, because somebody had asked me, it was like, the fall thing. I'm like, fall, nothing. This is going to kick up in July. Sure enough, boom, July, mid-July hit. And it was very similar to what happened in 21. I mean, like January to May, June were they were. I mean, it was challenging, but it was all very easily doable. And all of a sudden, July hit, but we knew it. Like we knew what was coming. We knew that they were going to do it. They were telling us it. So, I don't listen to CNN except for to hear what they're telling us is going to happen. But anyway, that I shouldn't have done an 11-minute video about something like this, but just be just be thoughtful and aware of what you're doing, and proactive, very proactive, and don't be afraid to just kick the bad out and do that. Like get the test. It gives us information and knowledge, and it helps us figure out what to do.